Hello, in this video we will discuss one of the important looping statement, do while loop and go to statement. These two statements plays important role in programming language. So in the previous video I have discussed a while loop and for loop. In this video I have thoroughly discussed how to use the do while and go to statement. What is the difference between do while and while? Okay, let us jump to the do while statement. Do while is an exit control loop, as you told. While is the entry control loop. Do while is a exit control loop. Let us understand what is exit control loop, right? So that means statement inside the body of do while are repeatedly executed till the condition is true, which is same as while loop. But the do is at least one statement, once it is executed, irrespective of the condition is true or false. At least once the statement is executed, irrespective of the statement condition is true or false. That is a major difference between do, while and while. Okay, so loop body will be executed first, and then condition is checked, right? If the condition is true, the body of the loop is executed again and the condition is evaluated. Right, this process goes on until the condition become false. So as you all remain, all this will be remain same as like your while loop or for loop, but thing is that the condition has to check at the end of the body, right? So that means this statement at least it is executed once, irrespective of the condition is true or false. But in the whereas while loop, so it will not execute even once. So when the condition is true, the body of the statement executed as long as it condition is true, right? If the condition is false, loop is ends. Let us understand this thoroughly while using the word do while. So through the some example. In this we have to find out the factors of number. That means factors of number. I need to find out the factors of 12, which I already seen in my previous video. Same program I have taken to demonstrate the do while statement. In this, int I is equal to 1 and initialize this, right? So enter that number, any number, you read it and store it in the n and do. So I do means you have to check the condition, then you have to use that. If n is divided by I, that is a modular operator, which gives the remainder is 0, that is a factor of that number, otherwise not a factor of that number. If it is true, print it that number, otherwise you have to skip this part. Okay, so then I get incremented, will go on check the other part, but before to that we'll check this condition. I less than equal to n, which is I is already incremented, again it is I is less than equal to, we'll go on keep on checking this condition until the while loop condition is true. So this part will be executed, right? So look at that, 6 has given, it is n is a 6 which is divided by 1, then remainder is 1 only. So remainder is 1 only, then it is remainder is 0, it will print it, which is equal to 0, then 2 remainder is 0, 3 remainder is 0, 6 remainder is 0. So there is, so we'll get the remainder is 0, which is equal to 0, then it is printing all this number, right? So I think you understand how to use the do while, which is similar to the other loop, but thing is that the do part will be executed first, then we'll check the condition. As condition is true, that do part executed again and again until the condition is true, otherwise it will come out from the loop. Then we'll see another as I seen in the beginning of the statement, beginning of the video, I told you that today in this video I have discussed two conditional statement or two statement looping statements. One is do while, other one is a go to statement. Go to statement is a virtual statement, virtual loop, that means it's an unconditional statement. So which is merely using in your programming statement. So obviously this it has to require some condition. There is it is again it is a left to the you developers where it will can use it, how to use it. So that also facility and feature is added to any programming language. Goto is the one of the virtual loop. The Goto statement allows us to transfer the control of the program to the specified label, right? Label you have to specify it. Look at this. Goto is a keyword, as you already call go to label 1. So it is label 1 as given here. So label 1 wherever the label has assigned, so which will not execute this part, it will directly go to the label 1, then it will execute next statement after follow the label 1. So it is given go to here. So this part is, if you go and check that label, which you have to, which will not execute, it will keep on executing like this. When go to comes here, it is again it is saying it is go to the label 1. This statement will execute it. Okay, like that you can virtually set this labeling it, and whichever part is have to execute it, or you can skip the statement from one after the other, or a bulk of statement you have to skip it using the go to statement. Loop label 1 is identifier, which is the identifier. When the go to statements encountered, the control of the program jump to the label 1. So it is automatically jumping. So start executing the code. Like that you can use the go to statement, that it can be demonstrated using one of the program. This I need to write a program for finding a factor of number, right? I have used this same example in multiple occasion in my previous video and in this video in the beginning, right? Look at that. We are initializing this I is equal to 1 n and enter that number and scan it and check that. So here is given a label 1 is odd, right? So that if n remind modulus operator I, if he gives the 0, that reminder gives the 0, then this part become true, it will execute it, right? It will execute this and print it, right? So I get incremented, and if I less than equal to n, then this part will be good, right? We'll check this. I obviously less than equal to n and go to hard. So this part will go only printing it. It is this part is printing it. So when you are applying calling a hard virtual looping statement, that is a go to, it will go and execute. It will not be execute any of the part. It is just directly control will jump to the odd statement and execute this part. I think you'll get the same example and the same looping statement in a different way, or you can write to programs. I think you can understand this concept. So how do you replace the do while using a do while? How do you replace the while loop by using the for loop? Then you can also use in place of while, do while, go to statement, and so on. So there are, we have learned different looping statement. Let us recap once again. Entry level control loop, that is a while loop, and entry level another loop statement is a for loop. Then this the flow chart is remains same. So there is a exit control loop. It is for flow chart will be different, right? Look at this. The loop body will be executed first, then it will check the condition. Condition is true, it will come back and execute again, right? Here it is, the flow chart will not be same, both are different. Here it is after condition, body of the loop will executed. Here it is, body of the loop will executed at least once before checking a condition in the do while. The virtual loop, it is once the condition statement is coming here, that statement executed, then you can check the condition. The statement you have to execute again this condition is satisfied. It is true, we'll go and execute this statement. These are the different way you can demonstrate it. In your exam also you can give like this example. Don't take too big programs to give an example. There is a simple program you can use it to give use that and printing it, right? And also write a flowchart for each one of them. This is the overall picture of today uh, topic. Okay, with this I'll end up the video. In this video, is there any doubt, please have to comment in the comment box. Please subscribe and share this video to your friend and encourage. Thank you.